Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers Legacy Buzzsaw. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top, Transformers Legacy. Then on the front, 8 and Up to Karatomi, Generations, Transformers Legacy, Buzzsaw, Deluxe Class, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode, along with includes figure, 1 accessory, and instructions. Then on this side, we have some nice artwork of Buzzsaw in his robot mode. And then here's some Cybertronian writing up here. On this side, that nice Decepticon Legacy artwork. Authentic Transformers Legacy. And then on the back, looks like digital renders of the figure in both modes. Converts, or transforms. I like to say transforms. In 20 steps. Buzzsaw Transformers more than meets the eye. Recycle this stuff. Warning, attention, Octoon! Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to baby. Some more small, fine legalese made in Vietnam print. That thing and Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories in alt mode. But the accessory really is part of the transformation on the insect mode, so we'll cover that at a later point. The other accessory is, of course, the handy dandy instruction manual. Nice artwork here, line art. Buzzsaw, Transformers Legacy 8 and Up, Transformers Generations, Hasbro print, and a bunch of other little prints. On the inside, you find clear illustrations that are easy to follow and easy to look at. They are very clean and crisp, and that's always good. So there we have that. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. And I have to say, I really do like the bug mode, wasp mode for this, even though I don't agree with the name Buzzsaw being used for him. Because, you know, I like Buzzsaw to be one of Soundwave's cassettes, but that's just me. And then we got a nice little translucent wing here, and they do look pretty cool, I have to say. Not quite realistic, but it does have a lot of little molded detail in it that does lend to that fact. A lot of nice molded detail in this eyepiece, and that's on both sides. We've got some movement here on the antenna, and that's cool. And then got some paint apps here, and some fading right here. And for the most part, this guy, like most mainline Transformers, art is molded in the proper colors. And as far as his articulation goes, in this mode, the pincers open and close a bit, and like I showed before, the antennas do spin around, and then we've got some movement on the legs. These on the back are connected together, so they move together, and the forward one is separate, and they will do a full 360-degree rotation, although in this mode it is a little hard to do it. And the wings are on ball joints. They'll spin all the way around, and you can make them flapped to pose them in flying poses, I guess. And overall, I have to say, you know, I'm not a big Beast Wars guy. Anybody who follows my channel really knows that I'm not really into Beast Wars, because even though G1 Transformers turned into, you know, some of them turned into animals like the Dinobots, they were always very mechanical looking. And to me, just the organic modes on Beast modes, they usually don't translate well like they do in the media. In the media, you know, they can make them do whatever they want. And with a physical toy model figure, you know, that you really can't do that. You have to get it as close as you can. And the organic shapes and colors and stuff, you know, it doesn't always lend itself to that. So, but there's a look, my friends, at Buzzsaw in his beast mode. It's time for alt mode comparisons. And here we have the Walmart exclusive Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Buzzsaw with the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy Buzzworthy Bumblebee Creatures Collide 4-pack Deluxe Class Sky Wasp. Here's the Walmart exclusive Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Buzzsaw with the Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Generation Selects Earthrise Leader Class Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our show where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And Beast Wars is not my specialty for transformation, but here we go. You slide this little piece out and it's got a post right here, and then there's a port right there for that. And then you just kind of, there's clips right here, and then there's tabs right here. They tab into that. So you untab it from that, and then you try your best to untab this piece from the tail piece, and you can see right there where it kind of tabs in. And let's move the camera up just a little bit. And I always have difficulty with this part of it, and I don't know, maybe I'm just doing it wrong. And it's also hard to do it on camera as well as having problems with it, but there you go. You finally just work at it, you'll finally get it loose. Then up here on the top, you just want to untab the arms, these pieces. They tab into here. And there's hinge right here, so just spread those apart. And the arm goes like this, and twist the wrist. And we'll just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now, as far as this piece goes, you'll notice there's a hinge right here, but it also has a swivel. So you want to swivel it around, and then it will clip into place there. Now, what I like to do next is take the feet and flip this part back, and then we flip the toe piece forward and try to keep them apart, because if you don't, they like to go in the same direction. So there's that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spin these around this way. I'm gonna leave them like that. The instructions say to make them go a little further than that, but I like to make them pop out like that. And now it doesn't want to go back in, of course. So let me see if I can fix that real quick. Alrighty, it did take me a few minutes to pop that back into place. It was very, very tight in there, so. But I like to turn them just like this, so it gives a little bit more support when he's standing up, even though he does have these big backs of his feet there to help balance him out. Now, as far as the arms go, we'll do them like that, and then the headpiece here, we'll just lift that up, and then his head has come off the peg, so we'll peg that back in. So this piece, and it's on a hinge here and here, and you just kind of flip it out and then you slide it back in, and you'll notice there's two tabs right here, and then there's two slots right here in the back, and you just fit those together. In theory, at least. There we go, we finally got it in there. And here's the head, and you can see it's on a ball joint there. And you just pop that into right there. And then the last piece we want to do, I'll just take and turn his antennas down like that. Open up the mandibles here all the way. Split the head down the middle and just separate it out so you can see this part here. And of course this came loose because why not? Then straighten the wings up. Then you get the little piece that came out of his tail, the stinger part, and it becomes a weapon. And there you have it, my friends. Buzzsaw all transformed. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessory. And here we have his accessory, which is in beast mode his stinger. And so it rightfully turns into a gun. There's a post here, and you just stick it in his hand. And, you know, it looks like a wasp's tail, so it's a tail gun, I suppose you could call it. And now let's take a look at the bot mode itself. And here we have, even though it's a repaint of Waspinator, the head is different. And the first time I reviewed this particular head sculpt was the Creatures Collide 4-pack, where Sky Wasp came with this head and the Waspinator head, both repainted, of course. And then another thing this guy has, he does have a light pipe for the eyes. So that's always cool when they include that, and there it is there on the back. And I have to say, you know, it's kind of the colors of it with the paint, it makes it look kind of blurry to me. I don't know, but it does have some nice sculpted details in there, and I think they're just lost in the paint because I don't think there's really enough of it. And you know, we got a lot of sculpted details in the eye portions, and then there's really not a whole lot of paint going on this guy. You know, we've got some right here where it fades out, and some here along the legs and the arms, but for the most part he is molded in the proper colors and not a lot of paint apps going on. But it's an exclusive, so that's part of the reason why. Although you find these guys anywhere now, they're all over the place for clearance, not just at Walmart on clearance. So, you know, overall I have to say the robot mode is okay looking. It's not great. I don't like all these organic beast parts still hanging out on my robot modes, but you know, it's bound by the laws of physics, I guess. I don't know what exactly you would say, but you know, physical versus media, you know, it can't quite do as much. Otherwise G1 would have never been as popular as it was from the media, I don't think, because you know, those robots and vehicles could do a lot more than what the actual toys could, especially when it came to movement. But speaking of movement, let's take a look at this guy's. He can look up that high. He looks straight ahead. He's got some waggle in there. He can do the full exorcist. No chicken neck really, because it's on a peg with a ball at the end. So there is that. At the shoulder, can raise up 90 degrees, spin around a full 360 degrees, cut here at the upper bicep. Then also on a mushroom peg will allow 360 degrees of rotation. Single hinge at his elbow, and it's approximately 90 degrees, and then another 360 degree rotation here at the wrist, again on a mushroom peg. At the waist, he does have some rotation, won't go all the way around though, because stuff will come loose and we don't want that. And then at the hips, he can give you that much of the splits, the full splits, so that's pretty darn cool. He can kick forward that far in the knee. At the knee, it'll bend forward that far, so that's pretty good. And then back, of course, he'll pop loose. You have to watch that, because where it connects up in there is not real great. The tail kind of gets in the way of the back. So single hinge at the knee, we already showed how much it would go forward, and then it'll give you that much bend back. And now he's loose and he does not want to go back together. Dang you, Beast Wars stuff. And at the ankles, you know, he's got rocker, and he's got tilt back that far and tilt forward just slightly. And then as far as the weapon goes, again, you just put the peg in his hand and it fits in there fairly securely. Oh, there we go, my friends. There is a look at Buzzsaw and his accessory in robot mode. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, robot mode comparisons. And here we have the Walmart exclusive Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Buzzsaw with the Target exclusive Transformers Legacy Buzzworthy Bumblebee Creatures Collide 4-pack Deluxe Class Sky Wasp. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Walmart exclusive Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Buzzsaw with the Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Walmart exclusive, or at least once Walmart exclusive, Transformers Legacy Deluxe class Buzzsaw, I have to say he's okay. For those of you who follow my channel regularly and have seen in the past where I have reviewed some of the Kingdom Beast Wars guys, you know, Beast Wars is not really my personal thing. I don't care for the organic transformations, but that's just me. If you enjoy it, you know, hey, your mileage may vary. That's cool. I don't have a problem that you enjoy Beast Wars and I don't, and hopefully, you know, hopefully you don't have a problem that I don't like Beast Wars, and we can leave it at that. But Beast Wars itself, it's an interesting concept, and I understand why at the time when they created it they went the way that they did. But just for me, it's I don't like the organic transformations, and that's just me. Well, it's probably not just me, but you know, this is my channel, so I'm gonna say it's just me that doesn't really care for the organic looking transformations and the organic parts left over in the robot mode. But you know, saying that, he looks okay in his robot mode, and he looks pretty good in his wasp mode. And you know, I said that before. I think about Sky Wasp, who you guys saw in the comparisons, and hopefully watch that review. But you know, it's Beast Wars is what it is, and people love it and people don't love it. And unfortunately, you know, I'm not one of the fans of it. And you know, the organic transformations and just the style of the CG animation of the show, I cannot look at it. I'm sorry. And I know everybody says the story is really good, but those visuals, I can't look at it. It makes my eyeballs hurt. So there's that. And that's all I'm going to complain about Beast Wars. But again, like I said, I like the Wasp, the alt mode on this mold, and if this were mine, that's how I would leave it in the display, like Sky Wasp. But this was loaned to me by my son, the Digital Cave Boy, and he asked me to review it, so I did. And that, my friends, does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I mostly enjoyed it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.